Hello and welcome to a Let's Play tutorial of the game Castles of Burgundy, the dice game. This is a wonderful little game about building your medieval kingdom all on your own. Throughout the game, we are going to plant some farms, we're going to dig some mines, and develop some castles and technologies. This is a great little game that I know we're all gonna love. So, what are we waiting for? Let's learn how to play Castles of Burgundy, the dice game. Hello, I'm Michael Matera, teacher, author, and keynote speaker. This is my YouTube channel, and it is dedicated to helping educators find the joy in the journey both in and outside the classroom. If you haven't done so already, join the community by subscribing and hit that bell icon to receive notifications when new videos get posted. Now, let's begin with the pre-game setup. The things you will need for this game is a copy of the maps. The game has 4 maps labeled A through D. You need them all to play on, so make sure you have them and you've grabbed a copy ahead of time so you're ready to play. You can get the template down in the description below this video. Print them off and laminate them and you will be good to go forever. For each live stream, I will post in the description of the stream which map we will be playing so that you can come prepared with the right map. However, you might want to have another letter ready just in case we play another game, because this is a great game. Lastly, you're going to need something to write with. That's it. Now, let's learn how the game works. Here we are on map A, and for the game setup, we will each get to start with one of the green castles. Cross it off and mark that you have earned that castle's bonus technology in the castle area on the side. For the rest of the game, you can only grow your kingdom from the places you have already settled, i.e. a number or one of the marked off castles at the beginning of the game. The game is divided into 3 phases with multiple rounds played in each phase. Each round will begin with one of the rolls of the 5 dice. We will first look at the timer dice. This has 2 blue timer sides and 4 one-timer black sides. For each displayed timer, we will mark off on this current round sand timer tracker. So we had 1 black, so we marked 1 off. When we run out of boxes for this phase, then the current phase is over and we begin to score that phase. The 4 other dice are broken into 2 regular 6-sided dice and 2 colored dice. You will select 1 colored dice and pair it with 1 numbered dice each round in order to place a number in the color of the board following the placement rules. So let's take a look at what those are. First, guys, you must always grow from one of your previously placed numbers or that beginning X'd castle. With the use of one of your technology bonuses that we're going to get to a little later, you might be able to place 2 numbers down. Also, if you ever are in that situation where you get to place 2 numbers down, you can place the second one building off the first one that you placed. Now, let's talk about that special placement restriction that each terrain type has. And we're going to start right here. We're going to start on the castles. This one requires you write down a number on the castle that is equal to one of the squares that border it. So as long as it's equal to one of the numbers that surround the castle, you can place it. Next up is the city hexes. The city hexes require that none of the numbers in that zone are equal to each other. Next, the city hexes, the orange. These require that none of the numbers in the zone are equal. So in this pack of 4, they would have to be 4 different numbers. In this one, it's just its own, so we could put any number there and we would be done. Next, the pastures. The pastures hexes require that all numbers placed in a particular zone are equal to each other. A new zone can start a new number, but in that zone, they would require that they are the same. Next up, the monastery hexes. They require the roll of a number 1 or 2 to place in them. Then the mines require a 3 or 4 to place in them. And lastly, the blue river hexes can only have the numbers 5 and 6 placed in them. For each of these examples, you have to have both the number and color coupled with each other in order to place it. For each of these zones, guys, when completed, you gain a technology bonus. When you place the last number in a space of one of the zones you've been working on, you get to mark off to the side a box indicating that you have earned a bonus tech. So for example, if I finish all of these 4, I get to cross off 1 worker over here. If I finish just this one, I get to cross over 1 worker. When I started my initial castle, I got to cross off the bonus that is associated with that castle. Now we have to learn the technology bonus rules. Each castle has one of the 4 technologies in it. When you complete the castle, you sort of circle that tech that you've earned it. And when you use a tech, you have to cross it off, as each tech can only be used once. The city gets you workers. Workers are unique, as there are 2 ways you can get these workers. One way you earn it is by finishing a zone like all the other ones. But the other way is if you can't place any of the rolled dice and you're just like locked out of that particular roll, for free, you don't get to place any on your board, but you can take a worker. What the workers let you do is shown below. It allows you to change the value of a numbered dice for yourself before you place it on the board. The pastures score twice the value of points that that zone is supposed to earn for the round. Example, here is a 2-size zone, and you should earn 4 points for that in the first phase. But if you were to complete it in that first phase, you would get 8 points. Next up, the monastery allows you to change the color of a die for yourself before you place it. The mine allows you to take 2 turns this round with the current set of dice. So you would be allowed to make different combinations. They cannot be the exact combination. You can, however, use 1 dice twice, but not both dice twice, because that would be the exact combination, and you're not allowed to do that. Lastly, the ship earns you trade goods. On any future round, when blue 2-timer gets rolled, you get to convert your trade goods into silver mines, plus 2 points for the current round. You will do this with all stockpile trade goods. For example, if you had 2 trade goods and I rolled a blue double timer, you would get to mark off 2 silver and 4 points for the current round. It is important to note that each round you can only use 1 bonus technology. However, the trade good happens before the round starts, so you can use it and it does not preclude you from using additional technology bonuses later in that same round. Looking at the map, you guys can see regional packs of the same type of territories. The size of these packs matter in relation to the 3 scoring rounds in which you're going to complete them. A completed region is one that has numbers in all of the spots of that zone. On the other side of the map, you will see the 3 different phases of the game, and you'll see the value of the zone size and the points you get. And in phase 1 here, a 2 size gets you 4 points, but then it only gets you 3 points in phase 2 and only 2 points in phase 3. So you guys better hurry up and complete those zones as fast as possible to earn you kind of the most points you can. After the last phase is complete, we total up the points for each phase, and whomever has the highest score wins. Just to give you a feel, I'm going to play through 3 or 4 rounds so you kind of get the flow of the play. I've started here by crossing off the castle that gave me a silver bonus over in the castle. I can use that just like the silver bonus down below. I shake the die. We got a double blue timer, so I'm going to cross off 2. It is important to note I did complete 1 castle, 1 size zone in this round, so I put 1 here in this round total tracker. And we have rolled a 5 and a 4, a blue, and a gray. So, looking at our board, blue requires a 5 or 6, so I could use this 5 in the blue. Gray requires a 3 or a 4, so I could actually use that as well. However, I have to grow from my castle, and there is no blue or gray around me. That is super frustrating because this is a great roll. So, instead, because I can't place any of those die, I have to take a worker. Roll again. We got a single 1 on the track timer, so I cross off another 1 of those. 2 1s, a purple and a green. So let's look at the green. It just, to fill in a castle, has to be next to a number that it is equal to. I'm not near any other castle, so I can't do that. Purple requires a 1 or a 2, so we have that, and there is a purple next to us. Here's where I got to think what's the best. I could go here, finish that square, but it doesn't really put me next to new things. By going here, it really opens up others, and we pick up and do it again. I got a 2 blue timer. Time's flying. So I mark off 2 boxes. I got a 4 and a 5. So 4 and 5 works good with silver, and so with gray and blue. I didn't get gray or blue. We got yellow I could place because I can choose any number, but then once I do, the other has to be the same. And green I could play if I was next to a castle. I'm not, so I'm going to play that yellow. And we get a single timer. Now, let's see, looking at our numbers. 2 is good for purple. There is purple there. And 4 is good for gray, and I have access to gray up here. I'm going to choose that purple 2 because it finishes off this area. So I'm going to write 2 there. I finish purple, so a 2 size value in this round is worth 4 points. So I write 4 over here, as well as indicate with a 1/ that I have got this bonus, which will allow me to change colors. All right, I'm going to pick it up, roll again. We got a single timer. I always like to look at my numbers first, so 1s gives me access to purple again, and 5s gives me access to water. I do have water connected to me now, so I could play that. Orange I could place as long as all the numbers aren't equal to each other. I'm going to choose to put down here a 1. All right, so that just means in these future rounds I can't place a 1 in those. Okay, let's put these together. I got a 1 timer. I got a 5 and a 4. 5 and 4 is good for gray and blue. We got gray. We also have yellow. Yellow, they have to be equal to each other, so I could finish this pasture by putting that 5 there. I'm going to do that. And pastures are double the value, so in this it was a 2, so it should be 4. It is 8 points. That is awesome, folks. All right, let's roll again. Let's see what we get. We got a blue timer, which is going to end this round, so we get to see how that works. We're going to cross 2 of these off. If I had any trade goods, I could sell those by converting them into silver and gaining 2 points for the round. However, I don't have any, so never mind. All right, let's look at our numbers. 4 and 5 is good for gray and blue. We have a blue there. I'll put this up in this gray. And that would end the round. So then we just total up our points. I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points, and we write 13 there. And we would begin the next round. And that's really how it's just going to flow and play. Again, you can use your bonuses. I didn't really use any of my bonuses. I could have used those orange to convert the number on one of the die if I needed to. I could have used the purple to convert the color. I had one of those. And I had a silver. Let's set up a little example about using silver. So here I rolled this. I got numbers 3 and 4, really good for mines. I did this intentionally in the example because I want to show you you can't use 2 bonuses on the same round. I can't use my purple to change that to a gray, then use my silver to use both of those to place in a silver mine. So you're only allowed to use 1 bonus a round. So how this might work is I could use my silver that I gained at the beginning of the game to use the 3 and the 4 to use off that orange die. And here's the thing that I want to show you. You can use one of the dice twice. You just can't use the same set twice. I couldn't do orange 3 and then for my next one do orange 3. However, I could do orange 3 and orange 4. That would work. So let's place those. I'm going to go 3 and 4, and I finished that whole zone. It's pretty nice to be able to do that in 1 round. Boom! That's it, everyone. That's how you play Castles of Burgundy, the Dice Edition. I love this game for all the fun theming that it has, the challenge it presents through the devaluation of the zones each phase, the constant pressure of when to use those limited technology bonuses, and the race to complete each zoning type to earn those sort of first come first serve bonuses. Man, this is a good game. I love it so much. I truly hope you enjoy playing a game or two with us on the live stream. Help us get more and more players to this table by inviting your friends, family, or even your students to join us and play at another global Let's Play live together. As always, thank you for watching, and if you could give this video a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. Peace, guys.